Hey guys, Fikod here. In today's video we're going to be talking about a few quick changes Bungie might be making to the meta and to the weapon balance, and also we're going to be talking about a few ideas I have for maybe how they could reintroduce the Vault of Glass if it's not coming in a live update. As you can see, I'm playing Vault of Glass in the background. I played it with a really cool guy called Ebzy. I'll link his channel in the description. Really nice guy, go show him some support. And please leave feedback on this video. If you liked it, leave a like. Disliked it, leave a dislike. But please tell me why, what I did right, what I did wrong, so I know whether to keep it up or improve or die in a hole or whatever you want me to do. But anyway, earlier, a couple of days ago, Cosmo put up a forum thread on Twitter. I actually tweeted the forum thread on my Twitter. I normally do things like that. I don't only keep updated from when I upload, but also what's going on in the Destiny universe. So it's on screen now. And so the forum thread starts by saying, upcoming health regen perk corrections. If you don't know what this is talking about, with the Hungering Blade nerf to Blade Dancer came a few glitches where all health regen perks are broke on weapons like Red Death and things like that. So it says there were some unintended changes applied to health regen perks due to the change of Hungering Blade. You can read the full patch notes here and the further explanation of what happened here. In the last 3 days since the hotfix, we have listened to the feedback from the community and have been working on some corrections. Our current plan is to roll back most of the unintended changes like Ward of Dawncast and Embrace the Void. You can read the full list of rollbacks below. The other affected perks are getting different changes that the sandbox design team believes will be more beneficial to the game rather than simply rolling back to the old settings. Here's the sandbox designer Josh Hamrick with an explanation of the changes, and it's a very, very long explanation. It says, when we talked about regen earlier in the week, I ambiguously talked about what and when we would be making the changes, because I wasn't entirely sure. The majority of the change wasn't intentional, but when I looked at the problem from afar, I could see how it may be beneficial in some ways. After hearing feedback from the community following the Sandbox preview stream, for example, some of you had concerns for Hungering Blade was changing while other similar perks such as Cauterize were not. The unintended change was going to give us the ability to see what that would look like to make both of these changes. I wanted to make it clear that it was possible that we could find something that we wanted to keep. I didn't want to say that we'd put it all back when we might not. So basically what he's saying there is that now seeing this as an opportunity to maybe not just revert it to its old settings, but maybe not necessarily change the meta, but change the weapons individually, maybe make them more effective, less effective, just maybe add a little more to the new meta. Having an enemy's ability or attack be able to completely erase any progress you've made and completely reset an encounter feels bad. Also, when one-hit kill weapons are less dominant, those abilities and attacks become more dominant as they're much harder to stop. This change allows those abilities and attacks to still recover large portions of health and buy themselves more time without completely resetting the encounter and negating all cumulative damage that had done before. We watched and listened all week, and this is the current plan moving forward. I'm going to give numbers so that you have all the info, but these numbers may change. So before I go and read through what he's talking about, is basically what he's saying is they're seeing this as an opportunity to maybe not revert it back and just break the meta they've made. They're going to take maybe their time to develop a better way, because what he's saying is kind of unfair. Now there's less one-hit kill weapons in the game with the changes to special ammo like shotguns. There's going to be more cases where this perk is useful and occurs more, so they're going to carefully do it. It's really good to see such a quick response from Bungie. You know, sometimes you have like a patch and then we don't hear nothing for months. They've listened all week and now they're already making changes. That's really positive, seeing as how they're working on Destiny 2. So more like this please, Bungie. And we know that we might be getting even more meta changes with the live update that they keep talking about, so they're really keeping us in the know, which is very different from Bungie. So anyway, it moves on to say, for each of these elements below, we are going to keep the change, but buff the amount of health you get back by plus 58%. And it goes Hungering Blade, Red Death, Lifesteal, Transfusion. They're also removing the cooldown of Transfusion. Cauterize, also removing the cooldown. For all the rest, we'll be reverting the change entirely. So Surus Regime, no backup plans, Ward of Dawncast, Hypothesis Veil, and Embrace the Void. Those changes are just being put back to what they used to be. And then, we do not have a date that these changes will take place, but are currently working on them and conducting tests. It's early in the process, so all of this is subject to change, but as for now, this is the plan. We will give you more details about when you can expect to see these changes in the game as soon as you can. That is really good. That they're just keeping us updated. They could do that thing where they're like, we're just testing and don't mention it. They've actually given us a talk what they're doing, and they'll probably talk us through it in a couple of steps before they introduce it. I mean, a guy in the comments raises a good point that these are going to affect PvE. They're not really I admit that haven't really thought too much about PvE in these updates. But yeah, for me that's just positive. It's really positive that Bungie are getting on it. You'll see Cosmo being more active than Deej at the moment, because I think Deej is in the UK or around Europe at the moment. So Cosmo will be putting his post. So it's really positive to see that Bungie have responded quickly and are actively doing something about it. I think maybe they've just dedicated a small team to just Destiny 1 now for the rest of it, who've done their job on Destiny 2 maybe. But obviously, I don't know, I don't work for Bungie. But I just want to thank you for watching that, and now you could stay around for, as you can see in the background, I'm playing Vault of Glass, and I thought, say the Vault of Glass doesn't return in the April update that we're all expecting. Well, it's probably not going to be April update now, but the spring update. What's to say Vault of Glass doesn't return? What's to make it relevant again? Because I played it for the first time. I actually played it with someone that had never done it before. We took him through, and it was really entertaining. Like it was one of the most fun I've had in a while in Destiny. It was hilarious. We were laughing and joking about, like, talking about the first time we'd done it and stuff. You know, a lot of nostalgia, and just made me realise the scale of it's huge. I actually forgot a lot of it, and we took a guy never even seen the Vault of Glass through the Gorgon maze. That was hilarious. But yeah, so a few changes I think they could bring, if they're not planning on bringing it back as a live update, is possibly have the exotic chests drop things like Icebreaker, Thorn, but the Year 3 versions, because they're very hard to get the quests at the moment. So I was thinking, maybe the loot chest, they could just add for the loot chest to drop Thorn, or Icebreaker, or maybe Patience and Time, some of the classic exotics. But then also I thought maybe they could, it wouldn't be hard for them to add, I think Pocket Infinity is the only other exotic we haven't had, other than Necrochasm and Vecmus Class. Put that in the loot table, like a Year 3 version of that, and then, you know, just buff the light level up, the difficulty. That isn't necessarily a massive change. It's not like reskinning everything with Taken effects, and it would just be, to be honest, it would just get people playing it. And I think people in Destiny are so set on progress and loot that people have forgotten that in 99% of other games you're just playing for fun, and going back in the Vault of Glass and just playing it for fun was probably the best decision I've made in this game for a while, other than to do YouTube. I'm really enjoying that. But I'll thank you again for all the support I've been getting on my videos. My glitch video is above like 600 views now, which is absolutely crazy. So thank you for that. Check that out in the link to the description. I'll also link a few videos I think's cool. And just before we go, another idea just popped in my head. What about if they had like a weekly bounty, the raid bounty, where it's like all the different raids and it's like Nightfall rewards? Because I'd rather do a raid for Nightfall rewards than a Nightfall, just saying. And that could be with every raid, like Wrath of Machine, King's Fall, Crota's End, Vault of Glass, and that'd be fucking badass. But anyway, I might make a bigger video on that. I just wanted to expand this video a little more. But thank you for watching the video, guys. I will hopefully see you guys in the next one, so subscribe for regular Destiny content and hit the bell to be notified. Bye bye.